Last year in October, celebrating my 15th birthday, I wanted to eat a ghost pepper. Because, 15 is a big milestone in life. But the only thing standing in my way was my parents. They were worried I was going to end up in the hospital because I would have stomach problems after eating the pepper, which is understandable because it does cause stomach problems, but I didn't have any issues with it. After some time, I finally convinced them otherwise, and they let me eat it. So now I had the permission, and I just had to order the peppers. So I ordered the peppers, and they just kind of sat in my room on a shelf for 3 months until my birthday. And the entire time I was psyching myself up, I'm gonna eat this ghost pepper. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be awesome. And I did end up eating it, just not the way you would think. So, I didn't know what to expect from the pepper, so after doing some research, I learned a ghost pepper measures in around 1,041,219 Scoville, or skull, is what you could call it, and a jalapeno, or the average, pepper, whichever one you want for reference, is 2,000 to 8,000 Scoville. So I was kind of diving in deep for someone who had had spicy food, but just nothing that strong. So my birthday came around, and I still was unsure if I wanted to actually eat the pepper. But I couldn't return the pepper, and I wasn't going to chicken out of actually eating it, because I had this whole big plan. So it came around, and my parents were like, "What do you want to eat for dinner on your birthday?" And I requested the same thing I always request every year, is steak, because I like steak. It's pretty good. Those cows, they make good meat. But anyway, I had my stepdad season the steak with ground up ghost peppers. So we took all the ghost peppers, we put them in a blender, not a blender, but a food blender thing, and we blended them all up into this powder, and seasoned the steak overnight in this flavor, like I don't know what it's called, but anyway, it just sat overnight, and the next day it got cooked, and to my surprise, the steak was just as bad as eating the actual pepper, I learned, because it was pretty bad. So, first impressions of the seasoning was the pepper flakes. They were sweet in an undescribable way, but they weren't sweet as in sugary sweet. Just this undescribable flavor. And then as the minutes went on, they would get spicier and spicier, just the heat in my mouth. And the funniest thing about this experience, in my opinion, is the fact that the entire time while I was eating the pepper, I was telling my parents, I'm fine, it's not that spicy, despite the fact that it was really bad, and they knew it. And my tears were just coming out of my eyes nonstop, involuntary, and everyone was just laughing at me, and we were having a good time. And yeah, it was pretty interesting. And I know you're probably thinking, well, you didn't actually eat the pepper because you just had it on steak. Well, I have, after making this video, yes, I actually have eaten, I took a bite out of one of my peppers just to have the full experience again, and it's just as bad as I remember it being. If you like this video, please consider dropping a like and subscribing. At the beginning of this year, I set a New Year's resolution to hit 1,000 subscribers, so please help me reach my goal. And meanwhile, while you're waiting for another amazing upload, just click this video that appears on screen and watch some of my other amazing content.